How to prevent door lock latches from breaking. Truthfully, most of the time a lock breaks, it's actually the latch that's broken. And so understanding why it happens and how to fix it is very important. Now, everything that I'm gonna be talking about is gonna be true with the tubular style latches as well as cylindrical style. Now, before we get going though, let's just talk about reality for a second. And reality is, if you work with locks and keys and you go out to someone's home or business and you rekey locks, you're going to run into this problem. So you're gonna wanna learn how to identify it very, very quickly and learn to fix it very easily. Because if you don't, you're gonna get the phone calls saying that, hey, you touched my locks a couple weeks ago and now they don't work. And the truth is, you only touch the outsides, not the latch. But that doesn't matter to the customer's perspective, which is really why I'm bringing this up. And that is, if you're gonna be going out and doing rekeys and you're gonna be working with existing hardware, you need to figure out how to either calculate it into your rekeying price or explain to the customer that, hey, I need to do some work on this door and get it fixed. Otherwise your latch is gonna break, right? So that's something that you need to have a plan for because it's gonna happen. So why do door lock latches fail? And it's a very simple answer, okay? And that's because there is pressure on the latch itself. Now, latches, whether it's a grade 1, 2, or 3, they're meant to take some abuse, right? I mean, they're essentially know that every time the door gets open and closed, it's gonna get moved. And so they're built accordingly. But as what they're not built for is having a bunch of side pressure, right? A bunch of horizontal pressure that is putting pressure on this latch here, and with the mechanisms inside of it, it's going to break, okay? Now, of course, the more quality latch, the longer it's going to last. However, it's still going to break. And there's pretty much two ways you're gonna be able to identify it immediately. And typically, you're gonna have to do one of two things at the same time, all right? And that is, if you go to have to push a door to close and it doesn't close all the way, you're gonna have to push it a little further and you're gonna hear it click, okay? That click means you're gonna be getting pressure on that latch, okay? And then is what's gonna happen, and an easy way to tell is when you turn the knob or lever, you're gonna actually feel some sort of like grinding or click. And that's how you know for sure that there's a problem and you have to fix it. So I've been trying to think of a little rhyme or something to help you remember this. And this is the best I've come up with, all right? If it's grinding, you gotta take your time and fix it. I don't know, guys, what do you think? No, that's pretty bad. Okay, I apologize. So now that we know why the latches are breaking due to that sideways pressure, right? That horizontal pressure on the latch. Why does it happen? Like, what's going on there? Hey, if you like videos like this and want to see more, go ahead and hit that like button. Well, first and foremost, it could be that the door and the frame were just not installed properly or were installed in a hurry. And so things aren't really true. They got it to close, that was good enough, and they moved on, and then it's gonna just become someone else's problem at that point. So that is common. However, another common reason is weather stripping being added to exterior doors after the door and the lock is installed, okay? And so what happens is everything works perfect. Weather stripping comes because the little breeze is coming through, and now you have to push it in extra hard to get it to close. Now, someone's not gonna want you to remove that weather stripping, and that's why you're actually gonna have to fix the problem. So, how do you fix it? Now, if the door is like really out of whack and it's not straight, you can tell that by just looking at the gaps around it, you're gonna wanna have to fix the door alignment, okay? Because if that's messed up and then you start working with the latch, you're just gonna create more problems over time. And so the best thing to do is just to fix the door. However, a lot of times, due to the weather stripping and that sort of thing, the strike plate just needs to be adjusted. Now, we're talking like an 1/8 or so of an inch. It's not like this massive, massive movement. However, there are times that moving it will expose some wood or some stain that, it doesn't really look great. And sometimes you can actually get away with, depending on the color of the latch, getting your Dremel tool out, slightly grinding it down a little bit and getting the job done there. So there's not just like a one thing fixes all. Outside of the strike plate is going to have to be moved a little bit. And of course, you want to make sure on a dead latch that when the door closes, the little dead latch piece here actually pushes in so it can't be carded. All right, well, I really hope that you found this information helpful and useful. Remember, if it's grinding, you gotta take the time and fix it. I'd really love to know your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure that you include the hashtag Lockboss to automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we give away each week on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. How to prevent door. So now that we know why the latches are breaking. So why do door lock? No. Now before we get going here, so why do door lock latches fail? Well, almost all the time, it's because on the all right, well, I really all right, well, here we go. All right, well,